MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Blazers and the Thunder. Mike Hayes, with less than a month to play, the man who sits atop the home run leaderboard, looks to add some insurance to his lead next. Brett Sanders starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
An interesting stat about this guy. Coming into this game, right-handed hitters are hitting below 200 on the season for him as the starting pitcher. So he must be doing something right when he's facing the righties.
Standing in, Leon Richardson. He will lead this one off today.
Leon Richardson.
First delivery to him on the way. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Well, Matty, this team can do one thing very well. This lineup leads the league in home runs, and that's why people pay the price of admission. They want to see the long ball. Everybody loves home runs, and it's exactly what this lineup gives you. They get count leverage 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Don't look for that base hit the other way. They are trying to turn and burn.
Guys, you take a look at the home nine as they enter play here this afternoon. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty B. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture inside, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that one-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. C.J. Wolf, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty B, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
First offering on its way. Bat explodes as this is popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down. Chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. So, guys, our visitors, as they take the field following a scoreless top half, they have certainly had it going lately. Winners of 8 in a row.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, D-Roy? You got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the postseason picture. But, boy, they're playing out the string, and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just will not see it at this level.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. He has success with 2 out, and the bottom of the first stays moving.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Mike Hayes.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Hayes. His squad has put together a strong year, and his home run production has certainly been a big part of it.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's been the bright spot for this team. Anytime in a big spot they've needed a big knock, he has seemed to be the guy. And rightfully so, as we get down to the tight games at the end of the season, his offensive production has got to continue, and he's fighting for a home run fight.
Batting fifth,
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
Into the box now, Corey Esparza. He swings and grounds it to short. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, this team's been in a pretty bad funk, D'Lo. They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game, so to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like you say all the time. Give me some early runs and let me relax and attack the zone.
I've always said, D'Lo, you score me 6 runs, I'm going to win a lot of games.
In the air now, out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. Leading off the inning, Brock Sanders, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-1.
The 1-0. Fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And no chance on the throw here as he reaches first easily.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
In now, Zach Zimmer. 1-0 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-1 the count now. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate to make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close. Into the box now, Lucius Rojas. He's looking to get things going at the plate. It has not been going his way of late. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Worthing will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So striding forward now, Hal Hale. 2 hits in 8 tries for the series. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder is on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
All right, here's how the visitors are lining up today. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
At the plate, Tiny Ryan. As he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Brett Sanders is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. 1 out and a runner on second base. And he misses with it, 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. looking to throw back to second. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. The 1-2. Down the third baseline. Oh, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Ryan, runner at second with one away. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. And this is going to dunk in out there, a base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. Two-strike RBI base hit. The ball wasn't hit very hard, D-Roll, but from a hitter's perspective, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, in today's day and age where everyone's looking to go deep and can go deep, not many guys have a legitimate two-strike approach. This is one of those players, and that's exactly what he did. Shortened his stroke a little bit, didn't try and do too much, and came through for the team.
In there, a base hit. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way after the mound to pay a quick visit. Into the box, Saul Worthing. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
The right fielder, number 16, Scott Franchise.
Into the box now, Scott Franchise. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's leading off the inning, Howard Urban, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Urban has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. At the plate, C.J. Wolf. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. One out, nobody on. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Digging in to try it again, Mike Hayes. He reached on a single in his first try. Now here's the pitch. Into right field, that's a base hit.
Hey, there's a base hit to lead off the third inning. Talk about having a lot of traffic, D-Roll. He's given up several hits already, so he's been in the stretch most of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Dan. That is the name of the game for this offense. They're trying to get this guy in the stretch. Hopefully he misses over the heart of the plate like he's been doing so far up until this point.
And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Stepping in now, Andrew Arellano throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, the shortstop, Hal Hale.
Stepping into the box, Hal Hale. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. Throw won't get him.
Now batting,
So striding in, Tiny Ryan will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here from the stretch. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. And a stretch at first, and he's able to keep his foot on the bag, and that's going to save a run as the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Thunder are out in front 3-0. Coming to the plate now, Scott Jordan. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here comes the first pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
He's in complete command of his two-seamer right now. It's got great movement, great depth, running all over the place. This offense is going to have a tough time.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Stepping up now, Samuel Rincon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat.
Throw that down.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Change up low, 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
2 balls and a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
2-2.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
I tried to backdoor him there, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Fastball too high, ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt you.
Coming to the plate now, Brock Sanders. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Count now a ball and a strike. Popped him up. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The left fielder, number 24, Nori Dizzy.
Digging in now, Nori Dizzy. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
And another throw over. Yet another check on first. Being especially careful here. And again a throw. Don't want to forget about it. And again a throw over. And he'll get back in standing. First pitch on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
1-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. 2 out with the man at first. Liner toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And this gets to the wall now out in front of the Texas bullpen. Now the relay home. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double to drive it, another run. This guy is a money run producer.
So now to the plate, Zach Zimmer, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away. But that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Fouled off. Now another 1-2. Grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Skied into straightaway right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Tennessee is out in front here, 3-1. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next will be the pitcher, Brett Sanders.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
No balls and a strike to count. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
2 balls and a strike.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
All even now, 2-2. Now here it comes. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Now here it comes. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
Into the box now, Brian Cannon, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Saul Worthing.
Stepping into the box, Saul Worthing. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. Richardson is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Leading off the inning, Lucius Rojas, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Too high. Pull it.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a line drive, but just fouls as he just misses extra bases.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Stepping in, Howard Urban will swing it from the left side right here.
Very difficult to be a switch hitter in baseball today. Without question, the more comfortable side being from the right side. So he's going to have his work cut out for him here, hitting left-handed.
And this is lined softly here to the left side, but foul. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Worthing will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Now back, the pitcher, C.J. Wolf.
The pitcher, C.J. Wolf, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll try to bunt that man to second, but this one kicks foul. This year against right-handed pitching, Wolf is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to, because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking like the 27 Yankees 24 hours ago, but they've been held in check so far in this one. That's kind of how baseball goes, though.
At the plate now, Leon Richardson, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Three to 1 our score as we play inning number 5. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Stepping in, Scott Franchise. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Scott Franchise.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
I know he's down in the count right now, and it's not looking good, but he's been swinging the bat so well lately. I don't think he minds this one bit.
Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it, 1 gone.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
At the plate, Mike Hayes. A ball and no strikes. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Now the 1-0. Fouled away. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out.
Now back, first baseman, Corey Esparza.
Ready for another shot now, Corey Esparza. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and no one will get this one. 2 out, nobody on. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there, Dan. Was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Well, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9, they can put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Runners on the move for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Drilled down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Now at the plate, Scott Jordan. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
First pitch on its way. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Hit sharply on the ground. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at-bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get some.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left to board, but he cannot lose this one. J.J. Zemecki takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Zemecki.
Standing in now, Samuel Rincon. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will land untouched. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will land untouched. Another 0-2 coming.
Oh, that's low.
Still 1-2. Here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter. It's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
In now, Brock Sanders, as he will swing at the first pitch and line this one into left center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Jordan rounds third and is digging for the plate. He'll score easily, as it's now a 1-run ball game. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Stepping in now, Nori Dizzy, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-hole hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Up with it, Hayes. He makes the throw to first. 2 down.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Now to the plate, Zach Zimmer, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. 2 out here and a runner at second. One 0 pitch is a sinker, swung on and missed. 1-1. Hit high and deep out to left center field. A ball that's carrying. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. More to come on MLB Network's Sunday Baseball after this. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Hal Hale.
Shortstop, Hal.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 0-1 the count. Now here's the pitch. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. And there's ball 2 now.
2 balls, 1 strike, count.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
The 3-1 pitch. Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. And that one is gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And even 30 home runs on the year as they push the lead to 4-2.
Certainly drive home runs out of the ballpark, then you better get on the gas. And that's what he did right there. That fastball was not sneaking by him.
Here comes Bob Melvin out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. Just 5 innings of work for him here as he really never found its rhythm in this one. Ron Durango takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Durango.
So now to the plate, Tiny Ryan, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Durango, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Now the 1-0.
Nope, that's a ball.
And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. The 2-0 on the way. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
Michael Lopez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. The average is at 308 entering play. 13 home runs and 68 runs batted in. Comes set and the 0-1. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, you got to get rid of it quick.
Seared down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Nobody out, runner on first. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will get there to make the running catch as that ball hung up just a little bit too long.
Now back, second baseman, Brian Cannon.
Ready for another chance? Brian Cannon, 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball, that's down.
Now a throw over, and the runner back in standing. Runners on first with one down. And again a throw, and late reactions, and they got him.
Decisions like that have to be made knowing who you've got at the plate. This guy can put one over the fence, no problem, so that wasn't very smart baseball.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Count 3-1.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when it counts in his favor like this.
This is line to left. Dizzy is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So one run here on one base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. Tennessee leads this one 4-2. Ryan Greenberg is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Greenberg.
New inning set to get underway, and standing in as the switch-hitting second baseman, Lucius Rojas.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Howard Irvin.
Now at the plate, Howard Irvin. First pitch of the at-bat. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Awfully frustrating for a pitcher to make a close pitch like that just barely misses. Whew, that's a tough one to get back.
2-0 now. Takes this the other way to right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Love the ability to push that ball the other way right there. Nice knock to the opposite field. That's a switch hitter's delight, the ability to use all parts.
Colt Snow will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Coming into pinch hit. Colt Snow.
Prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And a dive, but he's back in there. Ready with the 0-1. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give a guy at first a chance to run.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Into the box now, Leon Richardson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. Hale is there, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
Richie Engel gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh. Digging in, Saul Worthing.
For Tennessee, the center fielder, Saul Worthing.
First pitch coming, here it is. Now the 0-1. Line towards center field. Richardson is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Scott Franchise.
Standing in, Scott Franchise. First delivery to him on the way.
1-0.
And that misses for ball one. Seventh inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Center fielder looking up. Still ranging back. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. Solo shot to right center. Number 31 for him on the season. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Number 2.
At the plate, Mike Hayes, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Engel benefits from the fact that he throws a lot of strikes, doesn't walk many batters. However, there have been occasions where he's been hit around a bit.
And that's one of the keys when you're managing a guy like this. If he's on, you're going to see him attack hitters, and when he's not, he's more prone to giving up base hits, so you have to have the bullpen ready if it's one of those days that he doesn't have it.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Here it comes. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. So a good job to get the out there, but with 5 runs already surrendered, that's not going to do any favors to the team ERA so far this season. And you can see the bad news right there. They rank dead last among the 15 National League teams in that category. Digging in, Corey Esparza has got 3 hits, including a double to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors and no one left on base. 8th inning coming up. Tennessee leads it 5-2. Abe Laws will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. All set for the start of the inning, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Scott Jordan. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as you'll take a look at strike one.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
At the plate now, Samuel Rincon. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
Grounded to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 18.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Brock Sanders. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. A 1 pitch on its way. Liner toward right center. Worthing is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Tony Tabaco is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Tony Tabaco.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Andrew Arellano. Here's the first pitch to him, and that's inside for a ball. 1-0. And this one's over for a high strike. 1-1.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off-speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off-speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Into the box, Hal Hale. As he'll take strike one on the inside corner. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
Fastball called strike. 1-2. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Grounded back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Standing in now, Tiny Ryan, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Milton Otto will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Milton Otto.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. He'll come into this one with an average way down at 235. 7 homers and an even 20 RBIs. Now the 1-0. Runners off for second. Pitch misses. The throw down is not going to get him as he swipes second.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
The 2-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Guy Eaton comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Eaton.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and next it'll be the outfielder, Nori Dizzy.
Tough task ahead here as this guy, one of the top save guys in the league right now. He's been very reliable shutting the door.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. The 3-2 pitch. This is skied into short left center. Hale backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. Into the box, Zach Zimmer. First pitch of the at-bat. This is high, a ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away. The 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 15 for him thus far, and it's a 5-3 game now.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
To the plate now, Lucius Rojas. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the ninth. Now batting, Howard Uben. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
2 out, nobody on. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, it's almost automatic for this guy as he puts another game on ice. That's save number 40 for the season. Clearly, this guy is one of the best in the game.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. The Thunder jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Brett Sanders hangs win number 11 on his line. Guy Eaton wraps it up for the save, his 40th of the season. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the visitors, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
2.